Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy Ears. Hope you guys are having a great rest of your day, start to your day, whatever time it may be, and I got you. This video is going to be the video to watch if you guys are trying to drastically improve your gameplay in Modern Warfare. We're going to be going over 20 plus key points and also mistakes that I see a lot of players make, and also doing a complete class setup overview and breakdown so you guys can increase your KD and potentially go for your first tactical nuke. Now, the like goal on this video is going to be 300 likes. I know we can get that, so if you guys can smash like button the video, that'd be greatly appreciated. Also, we are about 10 or so subscribers away from reaching 152,000 subscribers. So if you guys do enjoy this video and it does help you guys out, and you guys want to make your way back to the channel for more tips and tricks or best class setups, make sure you guys absolutely subscribe to the channel and also turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified immediately when I upload a new video. Now, with all that being said, let's get right into breaking down the gameplay, breaking down a class setup, and pointing out 20 or so key focal points and mistakes that I see a lot of players making. Alright, so whenever I'm playing on the map Kandar Hideout, it is important that you guys are actually trying to push this left-hand side of the map here. As you guys can see, I got hit by a Molotov cocktail, I was set on fire, and I was taken out very easily because I was on one shot. Now I decided to actually push up to top B. Getting control of B is incredibly important on this map because you can either spawn trap the enemy team at the C flag or at the A flag. Now, whenever I'm actually up here, always check this left-hand side of the map, which I am looking at right now. Whenever the enemy team has the C flag, it is almost guaranteed that you will be able to pick up some enemies that are trying to rush from the C flag and try to get to A flag to attempt to flip the spawns and break the spawn trap. You will always find enemies here, so if you guys are trying to get some quick, easy kills, I recommend you guys actually going ahead and checking this area frequently because, like I said, people are almost always going to be making this rush attempt to flip the spawns. Now, I don't actually stay up in this map or in this area of the map the entire game. Since I'm running an SMG, my whole goal and my whole focus is to get into the enemy spawn and run the spawns and set up a mobile spawn trap. Now, you guys can see here, I'm trying to push into the C flag. I take out some guys around here. I actually got really lucky, take out that player there, and I run back into this building and I take out that sniper that's looking down middle map. You can almost always guarantee to find yourself taking out snipers that are trying to push to middle map. Now, I'm going to pause the gameplay right here. I'm actually going to rewind it a second. Now, whenever I'm actually pushing through this area here, it's very important that you guys check this back portion. Now, this is actually a major spawn point if the enemies do have the C flag. Now, enemies will spawn here in waves, and this is actually where you're going to be getting a lot of your kills once you actually set up a mobile spawn trap at the C flag. This is a hot spot and where people are going to be coming from very, very frequently in packs of 4, 5, 6 enemies at a single time. Now, since I'm actually going to be trying to make my way to the A flag, it's important that you actually jump up on this dumpster to check that window, and you guys want to bust into this building as quickly as possible. Always turn that corner aim down sight because you guys can see there, sometimes there will be an enemy who's going to be aimed down sight, pre-aiming it just in case somebody is trying to flank it. But because I was ready, because I had that already pre-fired, I was able to take that guy out. Now, right here, I'm actually pushed up on the A flag. My teammates are actually trying to cap it, so I'm going to be pushing back to this area of the map here. Now, I'm actually going to pause the gameplay. This is actually another very hot spawn on the A flag. They literally spawn exactly where I'm looking at, slightly to my right-hand side of the map. So it's important that you guys are being very wary when going ahead and pushing through the A flag. It's almost guaranteed that you're going to find some enemies that are either going to be lying in the back with snipers or turn in this corner, which is slightly to my left. Now, as I turn this corner, always be wary and check that corner that I just did because sometimes enemies will be sitting there. Now, right here, I'm trying to flank their spawn, and I'm trying to get my advanced UAV as quickly as possible so I can begin actually running the mobile spawn trap. Now, you guys can see here, the enemies have the B flag capped, and they're actually starting to spawn in on the C flag. You can see where the enemies are coming from. They're actually coming from the left-hand side of the map, which actually lets me know that they're spawning in that very high frequency spawn on the C flag. You guys can see here a lot of them are trying to push through middle, so I go ahead and throw up my advanced UAV and look where these enemies are spawning in at, to the left hand side of the map. So I'm going to be kind of pushing myself through here and trying to take out these guys as frequently as possible. Now right here, as soon as where I'm about to turn this corner on the right hand side to my left, again, that is a very heavy spawn point. Remember, the enemies are going to be coming from this area of the map very, very frequently. You're going to want to make sure you guys are being very, wary and always ready for a gunfight, just in case people will spawn there. Now, again, I'm actually trying to push through this area and get to the C flag. You guys can see here where that enemy is on the red on the advanced UAV. They actually spawn right there next to that white van. So if you guys are also trying to maneuver the C flag, remember they spawn on the left hand side of the map and they also spawn on that white van. So make sure you guys are paying attention and always remembering where the spawns are at. A lot of you guys have been asking in my videos how I'm actually able to predict the spawns. Well, I just remember where people are at when I call in my advanced UAV, and typically wherever my teammates are not at, that's where the enemy is. You guys can see that I'm starting to take these guys out as they're spawning in on this left hand side of the map. I'm just shredding them. You guys can see right there, they're spawning literally a couple feet in front of this major spawn point, the spawning of the dumpster, and they're also starting to flip back to the A flag. Now I'm actually going to go ahead and rewind the gameplay so I can kind of reiterate exactly what I'm talking about. Now, since we actually have the C flag capped, you have to remember and you have to be wary on where my teammates, or quote unquote where your teammates, are going to be at. So right here, I clear out the C flag and I see they're actually spawning in on that high frequency spawn at C. I take out that enemy and I take out these two guys. Now, you guys can see my teammates are starting to converge on the C flag. They just captured the A flag. I just cleared out this back C spawn. So the only logical place they could be spawning in at is that dumpster spawn. These are some things you guys have to realize when you guys are playing Modern Warfare. You have to put 2 and 2 together to predict the spawn and run a proper spawn trap. That's how you're going to be getting kills very, very fast. That's how better players are able to kind of know where you are, at all times. It's because they're looking at where the teammates are, they're looking at the flags, or where enemies are located at, and they're memorizing the spawn points so they can put themselves in the best situations at all times. Again, right there, 3 guys literally just spawned in front of me. So I'm able to take this guy out here, take up this guy as he's going to A, and I'm going to be going ahead and getting this building, take up this guy here, and I'm going to go ahead and take out this other guy at the A flag right here. Now, I'm on a 24. Now, I'm about to get my nuke. I'm really close to my nuke. I'm actually pushing back toward the C flag because I see that there's actually an opening over at this area. I actually hear a guy that's by the dumpster. Jump over here, take out this guy. I'm on a brutal, and I run right back over to the original spawn. I check that. I see nobody up there, but I also see that they actually have the B flag capped. Now, this is a big problem. Now, whenever the teammates lose control of the B flag, what typically happens is the enemies are going to be camping in that B room, which is going to actually start to spawn them on the right-hand side of the C spawn, which is exactly what you guys do not want to have happen. This is how enemies start to camp on Kandar hideout, and you guys start to lose map control, and the flow of the game is slowed down. Now, I'm kind of praying that, okay, I do hope that the enemies start to spawn on me. I hope that the teammates start to go into the B flag and clear them out, because I do not want to have to go into that B flag area, or I do not want to have to actually just pray that they're going to be starting to spawn white van, and that's actually, how this nuke streak got significantly slowed down. So I go ahead, take out this guy at the C flag, again, by white van, take another player, and right there, there's actually an enemy that was actually top of that C room. Now, I actually made a mistake. I should have re-challenged that player because he actually missed his snipe. I could have went on that head glitch because there was no way he could have reloaded his AX-50 or whatever sniper he had and taken him out, but I did not. I actually decided to run away because I was afraid of the sniper, and I actually completely turned on that player right there. He got destroyed. Now, I'm actually on a 28. I should have went ahead and re-challenged that guy. Now, right here, I'm actually trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do because that sniper actually has me kind of pinned down. I can't push through the white van area to get into, back C. I can't really push through middle map because I'm going to get sniped. So I'm actually sitting right here just praying that they actually start spawning in that left-hand corner, which they do not. And look what happens. I get sniped. I completely forgot that that player was in that room. It was just a very Very bad decision. That is the mistake I think a lot of us make. We're not really thinking clearly. There's too many things going on. We're not really, making the right judgment. I should have challenged that sniper when I actually re-peeked, or not really re-peeked, when I ran around the corner around that cinder block wall, but I did not. I ran out in the open and I got taken out. That is something that I feel like a lot of us make, a mistake on playing this game. I'm going to go ahead and rewind the gameplay to kind of go ahead and break down exactly where I made my mistake here. So I turn this corner here, right? I actually don't know how I missed him, because I see him now rewatching the gameplay. I don't know how I didn't see this guy here. This was something that I just made a massive mistake on. I take out this guy here, and you guys can see I get taken out. Even the sniper noticed that I was actually trying to flank the left-hand side of the map. I don't know how I did not notice that guy. But hey, it is what it is. I think we all make mistakes, when we're trying to get nukes, when we're playing this game. It's just, things happen. My luck ran out when I took that guy out there. Honestly, thinking back, I could have just completely did a full-on rush route back around the A flag and tried to take enemies out as they were trying to get to B from right-hand side. But instead, I made the bonehead decision and decided to push through middle map. I could have even legitimately went around the back of C, because they actually were still spawning in on that white van, but I didn't, man. So that's where I made my mistake. Hopefully this video does help you guys out. I kind of wanted to break down exactly how I maneuver on this map, and also kind of give you guys some tips and tricks on how you guys can maneuver on this map as well, and to help you guys prevent yourselves from making some common mistakes that I feel we all do. Alright, so right now we're going to be building up a complete class setup that you guys can use on small to medium sized maps like Candor Hideout, so you guys can attempt to set up a mobile spawn trap, run the spawns, and potentially go for your first tactical nuke. Let's get right into it. So we're going to be building an MP5 class from scratch. There's absolutely no muzzle attachments on the MP5 that are beneficial for this weapon, so we're going to skip directly over that. We're going to go right to the barrel. So for the barrel attachment, we're going to be running the monolithic integral suppressor, which is going to add sound suppression as well as bullet velocity. In my opinion, this is the absolute best barrel to run on the MP5 because it's going to allow us to feel like we're killing enemies a lot faster, and because of that increased sound suppression, we're going to be able to run around in the spawn without being heard as often, which in turn allows us to get more kills and potentially get our first tactical nuke. So we're going to go ahead and equip that right now. Now for the underbarrel, the only logical underbarrel for this weapon is going to be the Merc foregrip. This is going to add recoil control as well as hip-fire accuracy. In my opinion, this is the best underbarrel to run on the MP5 because it is a run and gun SMG, but it still can be used at medium to long ranges, so we're going to have the best of both worlds, increased recoil control as well as hip-fire accuracy, and that's exactly why I'm running the Merc foregrip. Now for the ammunition type, we're actually going to be running the 45 round magazine. Now in my opinion, the 45 round mag is perfect for this weapon. You're allowed to actually take out more enemies at a single time, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, without actually having to reload. And on top of that, the 10mm 30 round magazine really isn't that good anymore. It's gotten nerfed so many times that the 45 round mag is the only logical option, and it makes this gun feel a lot more forgiving. So we're going to go ahead and equip the 45 round mag. Now for the rear grip, we're actually going to be running the stippled grip tape on this weapon. We want to have increased aim down sight speed as well as increased sprint to fire speed because this is still a submachine gun that is good at medium to close ranges. So being able to aim down sight and ready our weapon off of a sprint is going to be super helpful so we can win more gunfights and in turn hopefully going ahead and getting our first tactical nuke. So we're going to go ahead and equip that stippled grip tape right now. And then finally, we're going to skip over the stock attachment, the optic, and the laser because there's absolutely no attachments that are worth using in that category. And we're going to go ahead and equip fully loaded. Now, in my opinion, fully loaded is the absolute best perk to run on the MP5 because I want to start off with maximum starting ammo so I can use the MP5 from kill 1 all the way to kill 30 because it is a reliable SMG. So we're going to be going ahead and equipping that. Now, since we have our MP5 class up fully built, we're going to go to the secondary. In my opinion, the Renetti is the best secondary to use in Modern Warfare. It works at medium range close range, and also if you want to test it, it can work at long range. So for the muzzle, we're going to be running the melodic suppressor, which is going to add sound suppression as well as damage range. In my opinion, the best, muzzle to run on this gun. We're also going to be running the MK3 burst mod, which actually increases the fire rate and transforms this gun into a single shot semi-automatic pistol to a 3-round burst pistol. So it's going to be kind of like a machine pistol, making it a lot easier to use at close range, and that's exactly where this gun's going to shine. When you're in a pinch, if you guys are out of ammo for whatever reason, you guys can swap the Renetti and finish off the job. Now, for the trigger, we're running the match grade trigger, which actually is going to allow us to have increased fire rate as well as aiming stability. I don't hip fire this weapon at all. It's a pistol. It aims down sight just fast enough, so go ahead and run this attachment for it. I think it's the best, and I think a lot of us do anyway. And for the ammo, I run the 27-round magazine because since it is a burst pistol, I want to have as many shots as possible. I can spam it and potentially take out a couple guys, especially if I'm in a pinch. Really, really helpful to have this attachment equipped on this weapon. And then I'm actually still going to run fully loaded. Because the MP5 and the Renetti actually share ammo, you're going to have so much ammo in reserve. It's not going to be any issues of you running out. So that's exactly why I absolutely love running the Renetti with fully loaded with an MP5 fully loaded class setup. It just works perfectly in my opinion. Now, if you guys are trying to run and gun, the 3 best perks are going to be EOD, Ghost, as well as Tracker. EOD so you can survive those claymores and betties. Ghost, so you're not seen on the mini map when the UAV does get popped up, because there's no really reason to run the spawn without Ghost. You want to be kind of a Ghost, stealth, hit enemies from behind, flanking, just works out perfectly. And then finally, we're going to be running Tracker because those footsteps are going to be super helpful, so you guys can track down the enemy team and actually locate where people are at. That's exactly why I run Tracker, and as an added benefit, you actually remove the death skulls when you guys are taking enemies out, and that's exactly why I like to run Tracker for my perk when I am trying to run and gun. And for lethal and proximity, I always run a proximity mine or the Betty, trying to get a free easy kill, off of an enemy spawn. And then finally, I have on the stem shot so I can heal up fast if I'm in a pinch. This is my full, complete MP5 class up that I do like to run, especially if I'm trying to run and gun. So if you guys do enjoy this class setup and want to see any more best class setups, best settings, tips and tricks, or any gameplay breakdowns where I analyze my gameplay or potentially break down and analyze your gameplay, make sure you guys absolutely smash like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on those post notifications. I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Deuces. If you made it this far into the video, odds are you enjoy the content or you are a very loyal subscriber, and I cannot thank you guys enough for your everlasting support. If you guys are unaware, every single night at 11:45 p.m. Central Time and also every single morning at 11:15 a.m. Central Time, I am live streaming over on Twitch. On Twitch, I'm playing Modern Warfare with viewers, subscribers, anybody who wants to go ahead, interact with me, or run a couple games of Modern Warfare. You can go ahead and find my Twitch channel by searching in twitch.tv/EarsXBL in the Google search bar, or going on Twitch and typing in EarsXBL. My channel's gonna be the first thing that pops up. Make sure you guys go ahead and drop me a follow. We are on the road to 8,000 followers, as well as if you guys have Twitch Prime and want to hook your boy up, that'd be greatly appreciated. And if you guys do actually subscribe to the channel with Twitch Prime or actually use a tier 1 sub, make sure you guys let me know over on Twitter. My link is going to be down in the description below. Tweet me a picture and I'll make sure to follow you guys back and give you guys a personalized thank you. Appreciate all the support you guys have been showing on the videos. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I hope to see as many of you guys over on the Twitch streams as possible. With all being said, I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Deuces.